if the love languages match. If you're both physical touch, for example, you'll both love cuddling and the message will be quite properly given and received. But if you are a mismatch, then trouble can arise. Good morning, dear viewer. It's sunny and 2 degrees outside. And today I'm thinking about the 5 love languages. Are they a thing? Could be. I would like to share with you what I know and ask for your input. I am not sure completely if this is based on any sort of scientific research or is it just a conjecture, a proposition. But here's what it is, the 5 love languages. It basically says that each human, each person has 1 or 2 preferred ways in which they give and receive affection with their partner, their romantic partner, and with everybody else for that matter. And those 5 ways are as follows: physical touch, gift giving, acts of service, quality time, and words of encouragement. Now, physical touch is all about hugs and cuddles, holding hands, and that sort of thing. Now, to not be confused with the physical touch that goes on during lovemaking. Everybody likes that, and it's a normal part, but we're thinking that a person with physical touch primarily gives and receives affection through hugs, cuddles, that sort of thing. Gift giving is pretty much self-explanatory. A person that might have this love language may enjoy gifts and attentions and may indeed require them a lot more often. Then there's quality time. Quality time means that you give your partner, for example, undivided attention and talk. It's not about watching a movie together, it's about sharing a conversation where each person's attention is focused on their partner. Acts of service means all those activities that would make life easier for your partner, be it washing dishes, the classic example, breakfast in bed, helping out in the garden, you name it. And words of encouragement are also self-explanatory, kind, supportive words. Now, the theory goes that each one of us has one preferred way and perhaps a second sort of way. The theory further goes that a person gives primarily what he or she wants to receive. In other words, you express your affection. You not only want to receive affection in that particular way, you express your affection in that way as well. It goes that at the beginning of a relationship, people sort of do all 5 love languages, but as the relationship progresses, we get more used to one another and other items become slightly more important, are given slightly higher priority in life. The partners tend to settle into their primary/secondary love language, which can be a very good thing if the love languages match. If you're both physical touch, for example, you'll both love cuddling and the message will be quite properly given and received. But if you are a mismatch, then trouble can arise. So I've known this for quite a bit. I've come across the 5 love languages book years ago, and I've looked into myself, and I can very much say that I am highly preferred on physical touch. I like to give and receive affection through hugs, cuddles, and the sort. Now, if I look at the others, let's try and see who I would eliminate first. In my particular case, if I had to go without a certain kind of affection, I would eliminate gift giving first. It's not that I don't enjoy gifts, but I really don't care so much about them. If I want to buy want to have something for myself, I'll buy it. So if you don't ever give me a gift for the rest of my life, I'll probably won't be that bothered. Now, acts of service. Acts of service for me, it's nice and all, but it's more along the lines of a normal course of a relationship where you do nice things for each other, not necessarily the seat of affection, if you will. So again, they are very nice and a very important part of a relationship, but they are not what really translates, to me at least, as affection. What else was there? Words of encouragement. Again, very important, very nice, and perhaps I would miss them more than gifts or acts of service if they were to go, hypothetically speaking, but not nearly as much as physical touch. And finally, quality time, also along the same lines as words of encouragement. I would miss them, but not nearly as much as affection. Now, I considered this when I was looking for a long-term relationship, which materialized, and now she's my wife. I was considering love languages as a point of compatibility. I tried to figure out how compatible I was with my potential partner based, among many other things, on these love languages, and I gave her the test. I talked her through it, and it turned out she thought she was quality time, with perhaps a secondary and physical touch, or none at all. Don't really remember right now. And that gave me pause, because I knew that a mismatch would mean that we would have to sort of speak each other's language. I would have to be conscious that she feels affection through quality time, and perhaps doesn't desire physical touch, as in cuddles, as much as I would like. Again, not to be confused with sex and lovemaking. That is separate. Even though, of course, you do have an exchange of affection there, definitely. And that gave me pause. What's interestingly enough, it turns out she is as much into physical touch as I am, pretty clearly. So that made things so much nicer and easier. But also, we noticed that she enjoys quality time more than I do. So our challenge is there, but it's far less in this instance than we originally anticipated. We're all about physical touch. We hug and cuddle and kiss and sort of nourish our affection reservoir, if you will, through that. But she also very much enjoys quality time, whereas if one of us is in the kitchen or in the bathroom, the tendency is to come and be together and spend time together as per quality time, which I have less of a tendency to do. But I accommodate without too much trouble, and I know it is important for her, so that helps. The question for you, dear viewer, would be then, is this a thing? And if it is, I would be very curious to know how it is distributed across the population. Is it that 20%? Each one of the 5 love languages has an even distribution. 20% of the population X, Y, or Z. Is it one that is more popular? Is it the case that the differences are so high that there shouldn't be 5 love languages? There should be 6 or 7 or just 4? I don't know. I don't think it's that much scientific, but it may be useful. So what do you guys think?